In this video, I'm sharing 25 tips that are guaranteed to improve your autistic life. Let the countdown begin. Number 25, break big tasks into tiny steps. Big tasks can feel overwhelming, like staring at a giant mountain blanketed with ice and covered with lions. I'm not sure why anyone would want to climb a mountain blanketed with ice and covered with lions. That's where breaking things into tiny manageable steps can make all the difference. Sometimes I like sticky notes as visual reminders, and they can also help break tasks into smaller steps. But sometimes I wake up in the morning and find that several of my sticky notes have fallen off the wall because they weren't sticky enough. And putting them back up on the wall and in the right spot can be a little bit confusing and highly irritating and make me want to punch a hole in the wall. So I usually end up ripping all of the fallen sticky notes into tiny pieces and throwing them into my fireplace. If sticky notes aren't your thing, there are other ways to do this. You could use objects as physical cues. For example, put your laundry detergent, or maybe even the basket, on the counter as a reminder to start a load. Physical cues are great reminders, or at the very least, you'll avoid doing the task, but feel horrible about yourself each and every time you look at the object. It's not about fancy systems. It's about finding a method that works for you and helps keep the overwhelm at bay, or makes you feel guilty and horrible about yourself for avoiding things you need to do, which coincidentally might make you do it. Number 24, build habits over time. As an autistic person, you might already know the power of repetition and routines. They're comforting and grounding. But building new habits can feel overwhelming, especially if you're trying to overhaul everything at once. The trick? Start small and let repetition work in your favor to create a routine that supports you. James Clear calls this the power of small habits. Make the action so easy you can't fail. And it's actually helped me with sleep. I started by just leaving my phone in the living room before I went into my bedroom. After I got used to this, I added a book to my bedside table to remind myself to read to wind down. Then it became easier to start this earlier so I didn't feel pressure to fall asleep. But one small step at a time. For me, it was moving my phone away. So want to clean more regularly? Begin with wiping the counter once a day. Over time, these little steps grow into habits that can bring structure to your life without feeling rigid. And if you miss a day, no big deal. Yeah, right. Miss a day and everything falls apart as you know it. That's the all or nothing cognitive distortion that's common for autistic brains, mine included. But this mindset can be improved, and in reality, we can just go back and start a routine again tomorrow. Number 23, reduce multitasking. Even attempting multitasking can leave your brain feeling completely fried. I'm talking frazzled, razzled, McDazzled, and I have absolutely no idea why I just said that. Autistic brains often like to focus on one thing at a time and really go all into that one thing. Ever heard of monotropic thinking? I like to think of this as my friend instead of my enemy, although at times a highly annoying and irritating friend. Focus on one thing at a time and let yourself fully complete it before moving on. And share that with other people when you need to.
I have an idea.
Okay, I'm gonna focus on finishing this section first, and then I can talk to you about your new idea.
Okay.
Number 22, let yourself leave when you need to, whether it's a party or a meeting. If it's too much, it's okay to leave. Sometimes you need to leave because staying will cause you anxiety, which will cause stomach problems, which will lead to diarrhea. And the absolute worst possible thing that could happen to a person is getting the runs in someone else's bathroom. Now, if it's a work meeting, you might have to go back. But if you really need a break, just excuse yourself to go to the bathroom. Hopefully, not to diarrhea. Those couple minutes can help. And if it's a social gathering, let yourself leave when you need to. It's probably better for you than driving yourself into exhaustion that leaves you as a burrito on the couch for the next 4 days. It's self-care and sometimes necessary to improve your autistic life. Sometimes, the best part of the party is the drive home. Just saying. Number 21, track your patterns. Notice when you feel most energized, calm, or overwhelmed. Write it down to spot patterns so you can plan your days and your entire week around what works for you. Turns out for me, Fridays are my low energy days. Probably because I'm doing so much earlier in the week and getting overwhelmed by many things too. But now I know that all week, so it doesn't seem weird when I'm exhausted on Fridays. And there's even more reason that I will basically never plan anything to do on a Friday too. Or a Saturday. Or a Sunday. Number 20, set clear boundaries. Boundaries are your friend. They protect your energy and help others understand your needs. Practice saying things like, I can't do that right now. Or, I need some time to recharge. It's helped so many things with me and Debbie, even with when to have specific conversations. A quick, I can't jump topics right now. We'll let her know and we can go from there. Number 19, normalize taking breaks during conversations. Long conversations can drain you quickly. And let's not exaggerate. Long could mean more than 30 seconds on certain days. It's okay to pause, ask for a moment, or even reschedule when to finish the conversation if you're overwhelmed. So saying, can we pick this up a little bit later? That's been a lifesaver for when my brain hits a wall and feels like a pan of soggy sausages. Number 18, focus on good enough instead of perfect. Perfectionism can be paralyzing. Unfortunately, it seems pretty common among autistic people. Maybe it's a bit of our all or nothing cognitive distortion again, or just us liking things to be a particular way and focusing only on that. Whatever it is, it's something we can work to adjust. Let yourself aim for good enough and keep moving forward. Number 17, reduce sensory triggers where you can. Notice what overstimulates you, like loud sounds, certain textures, or strong smells, and remove or minimize them in your environment. Maybe the smell of cleaning supplies gives you a mild headache, so look for ones with less chemical smell. Or maybe it's outside sounds that bother your brain. If there's another room further away from the window that's quieter, there you go. Sometimes we get in our routines and forget that we can make adjustments to fit our needs. And it'll sometimes change, so getting to know yourself is the first step. Number 16, plan for unstructured time. Life doesn't have to be 100% scheduled. Leave room in your day for spontaneity or simply doing nothing. Plus it builds in buffer time if something unexpected comes up, like Shark Week. Who am I kidding? That's not unexpected. I've been planning my whole month around that. Number 15, create a nighttime routine that calms you. Wind down with activities that relax your mind, like reading, using a weighted blanket, or listening to a soothing audiobook. This is so key to improving your autistic life. Sleep literally makes or breaks my week. Get a few days of little to no sleep? Oh man, I'm a totally different person. Kind of half person, half monster. Or sometimes closer to 10% person, 90% monster. Way harder to self-regulate. Feel ill, hate everything, pretty much all the time. So I've had to keep adjusting to make a nighttime routine that works for me. I don't have it perfectly down, but it's way better now than before. Number 14, explore accessible therapies. So I've heard it said that therapy can be incredibly helpful, but not all therapists understand autism, especially for adults who are high masking. Probably a big reason why at least half a dozen therapists never even noticed it for me, and I didn't get diagnosed for over 40 years. This is super common. Just watch my video about Steph Jones's book, The Autistic Survival Guide to Therapy. I'll link that video below and the book. But Steph writes all about her struggles with finding a good therapist. And she's a therapist. So anyways, if you're looking for help, find someone who works with your unique needs. I think the technical term is neurodivergent affirming. And keep looking until you find the right therapist who tries the right kinds of therapy tools with you. You deserve that. Number 13, build a sensory sanctuary. Dedicate a spot in your home as a sensory safe zone. Fill it with favorite calming items, weighted blankets, soft pillows, or a favorite scent. Keep it clutter-free and ready with the things you need when you just need a break and a retreat. Number 12, spend time with people who get it. Surround yourself with people who respect your boundaries, understand your quirks, and make you feel at ease. My people don't flinch if I stim or cancel plans. They get it, and they don't guilt trip me or make me feel weird. That's love. Those people exist, and using my sometimes limited social energy for those people feels right. Number 11, create rituals for self-care. So self-care doesn't have to mean spa days or anything fancy. It's about finding small rituals that make your day feel a little more manageable and a lot better for you. Maybe it's starting your day slowly with a relaxing mug of coffee, or taking 10 minutes to stare out the window, or sitting in your car jamming out to 80s tunes for 20 minutes after you come home from work before going inside. Rituals give your day some structure without feeling like a chore. They're little anchors of calm in a chaotic world. Even if the ritual is as simple as, after dinner, I watch design videos and virtual tours of castles and manor houses until I'm ready to wind down. Number 10, let yourself explore what feels good. After years of masking, you might not even know what feels good for you. Give yourself space to experiment with what brings you joy or calm. It'll help make your self-care rituals more meaningful too. One thing I highly recommend is to spend time in nature. I love walking in the woods. It helps relax my brain so much. Then my relaxed brain can notice other things I'm gravitating towards more too, like doing things with my hands, gathering firewood, or building things like that wooden globe that made me fall off the face of the earth for a few months. Oopsies. But anyways, I wouldn't have noticed what I liked if I hadn't started setting unplanned time aside to see what feels right. Number 9, learn to communicate your needs clearly. You've probably spent years trying to guess what others need while ignoring your own needs. Now it's time to flip that. Practice saying things like, I need some quiet time, or can we schedule this for later? Clear, simple, and kind. It's not about being demanding, it's about being direct. Our needs matter too. Number 8, bring a buddy for tough situations. Sometimes tackling certain places or situations, like the DMV, or a loud event, or even a crowded grocery store, can feel like too much. That's where having a supportive buddy can make all the difference. Having someone there can help you stay grounded, talk through stressful moments, or even handle the parts you struggle with, like making small talk or navigating confusing instructions. Bonus, they can help you decompress afterward with snacks or a recap of the experience. It's not just about getting through, it's about getting through with support. Number 7, create predictability in your day. Uncertainty can be stressful, so add predictability where you can, whether it's a consistent morning routine or planning your meals ahead of time. Small habits create big comfort. Same breakfast every morning. Coffee at home. Plan an outfit to wear? No. Planning is done with my wardrobe that's basically variations of the same shirts, hoodies, jeans, and sweatpants. Now my brain can be used for bigger things, like figuring out how to convince Debbie a Shark Tank should go right over there. Number 6, be patient with yourself. Relearning how to live authentically after years of masking, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So when your brain starts spiraling with, I should be doing better, interrupt it out loud if you need to. Literally say, nope, not today, brain. I'm figuring this out, and that's okay. Imagine how you'd respond if a good friend said the same thing. You wouldn't probably say, well, you're doing a crap job at life right now. Because the truth is, you're not. So you'd say, dude, it's okay. You're trying your best. So try that with yourself too. Number 5, learn to pause when you're overwhelmed. When life starts feeling too loud or too fast, sometimes the best thing you can do is hit the pause button. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Just stepping away for a moment, taking a deep breath, or finding a quiet spot can make a huge difference. Think of it as giving your brain a chance to reboot so you don't lose it and break your iPad. Shy. Learn to recognize the signs of overwhelm before it becomes a full meltdown. Maybe your shoulders start tensing up, or everything suddenly feels 10 times louder. When that happens, step away. Try grounding techniques, like focusing on 5 things you can see or feel, or just closing your eyes and taking slow, deep breaths. Step away from the chaos. Take a deep breath and let your brain catch up. Number 4, give yourself time to process. As an autistic person, you have probably felt pressure to answer questions quickly to avoid looking weird, or because you felt rushed. But here's the thing, taking time to process is normal, and forcing yourself to respond too quickly can lead to stress. Or worse, an answer that's completely wrong because you panicked.
What is your favorite color? Blue. No.
So give yourself permission to pause or just to say, I do not know. If you're not ready to answer, say, I'll need a few minutes to think about that. Or, let me get back to you on that one tomorrow. It buys you time to process without committing to something on the spot. And here's the best part. Most people appreciate a thoughtful response over a rushed one. Trust me, as someone who has had to make decisions regularly and sometimes quickly, the best ones don't come when I'm rushed and not thinking things through completely. That goes for anything that requires a response. Even an extra minute or 2 can make all the difference. Number 3, use go-to phrases to communicate your needs. Explaining how you're feeling when you're overwhelmed can feel impossible. That's why having short go-to words or phrases can be a lifesaver. They let people know where you're at without a full conversation, which can easily lead to a shutdown or meltdown when you're already almost there. So mine, shy. I use it a lot. Shy, shy, shy. Tired, overwhelmed, not able to talk, less peopling right now. Or not knowing how I'm feeling, but not wanting to talk. Shy. One word and I'm done. Try it yourself. Pick a word or phrase that works for you and share it with people in your life. Let them know what it means so you don't have to explain it every time. It's like a shortcut to setting boundaries without the extra effort. They get it. No over-explaining required. Highly recommend it. Number 2, minimize interruptions. Interruptions can completely derail your focus, whether you're in the middle of deep work, a favorite show, or just some much needed quiet time. The hack? Cut out as many interruptions as you can. Turn off alerts on your phone. Block out time where you don't check emails. And if you can, silence the doorbell. I'm not joking about that. I literally unplugged my doorbell, and it's like heaven. Anyone who might actually need to ring the doorbell can text or call. No more random dings ruining my flow. Give yourself space to focus or recharge without distraction. Setting boundaries with your time and attention isn't rude. It's necessary, especially for your neurodivergent brain. And for my ADHD friends, use this hack too, because the world doesn't fall apart when you don't answer every ping immediately. Number 1, accept that you're enough and celebrate your progress. You've spent years trying to prove your worth, but here's the truth. You're already enough. You don't have to be more or better to deserve good things. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about honoring yourself and seeing how all your baby steps are improvements. Setbacks will happen, but you just keep going. And one more thing, probably could be its own bonus hack. Don't fight your brain. It's wired the way it is, and that's okay. Instead of trying to force yourself into someone else's mold or into the neurotypical normal, celebrate the unique way you think, process, and grow.